Hello, good afternoon, students. Uh, Today I am going to discuss our continued part of social psychology. In our previous videos related to social psychology, we have discussed introduction to social psychology and historical component of social psychology. And we also discussed different approaches to study social psychology, like psychodynamics approach and behavioral approach, socio-biological approach, and the different perspective to understand social psychology. All approaches have their own understandings. So both approaches are very important. So today I am going to discuss the further part of our social psychology, that is called social cognition. See, social cognition is a very fundamental aspect of social psychology. As we know that the word cognition is, we are already familiar with the cognitive psychology. The same way, social cognition is very important. Actually, in real sense, cognition is, we really understand when we are able to relate cognition word to social cognition. So where in our day-to-day life, we have to correlate word cognition into social cognition, or even say social perception. So, very important aspect in social cognition is schemas. What do you mean schemas? Schemas are mental structures, a typical mental structures of any given individual. According to that schemas, we take decisions in our day-to-day life. Schemas influence. They are the mental structure. They influence us in our day-to-day life. So schemas are varies from person to person. So there are number of schemas also there, like personal schemas, very important types of schemas, personal schemas, social schemas, etc. So why one need to, because schema, without schema we can't operate. Every human have a their own structure, decision making, likes, attitude, perception, sensations. These are all comes under the schemas. Another important aspect of social psychology, somewhere around there, comes parallelly with the heuristics. So heuristics are a kind of you can say schemas or problem solving techniques or shortcuts, mental shortcut to problem solving. So in our day-to-day life, we have two kinds of problems. One is problems which are solely based on the formulas, and another kind of problems are which are based on our our own emotional intelligence, using our own ideas, our without, beyond formula we have to solve in our day-to-day problems. So that kind of problems are called heuristics. Why? What is the importance of heuristics? Without heuristics, it's very difficult to lead a life, because it helps us. Heuristics help us to reduce our cognitive load. Okay, so heuristics are the problem solving techniques or mental solutions to shortcut solution to our day-to-day problems. But the only thing is that in algorithms, which are very formula based problem solving technique, most of the time the solutions are expected, fixed. But in the heuristics, the problems, you may get a solution to the problems, you may not get a solution to problem. There are also different types of heuristics, then we will discuss later on one by one. Here, like for example, representative heuristics, availability heuristics, etc. You can study on little bit detail. So I will go for, in we will discuss about certain aspect of heuristics. We will also make video on that. But present video, I am just going to familiar with you the different component of social cognition. So social cognitions is a, after heuristics we will go for another one is automatic control, automatic processing and control processing. So you, the word itself tells automatic processing. In our day-to-day life, in our social interactions, we interact oftenly, but our decision, but our and attention sometimes are based on automatic processing, involuntary processing. Suddenly, unconscious, not even unconscious, subconscious way, we can take some decisions. Automatically, something happens which is familiar. Sometimes we have done some work which are in the way of we are not expected. So automatic processing, you can say some kind of implicit, like implicit decision making or implicit memory. Sometimes it related to automatic processing. The word itself say in our day-to-day life, in social interactions, social decision making, we will take certain kind of processing or information processing which are in automatic, which is a little bit not well planned, suddenly occurs. That is called automatic processing. It's also very important, as we know, human being, we cannot do everything in the planned manner. So there are something like which you have to take a decision, which you have to take some information. Suddenly you get some insight when you are walking on the road, when you are thinking something about your homework, about your assignment problem. Suddenly you got some idea. So kind of insight you got. So these are some kind of automatic processing in social psychology, which is very important component of social cognition. So and then opposite to that, control processing. Control processing is opposite to that. You can easily guess that it is a very well planned, systematically occurred, and very we know that we are more aware of that what happening us, whatever we are taking decisions. For example, if we are going to some any tourist destination, we will plan according to that. What are the drawbacks, what are the advantages, disadvantages, what are the precautions we have to take. So these are the examples of what you can say control processing. Because we know our thought processing, our thinking, our logic, we are put in well in advance, very well planned manner. So both are very important in social psychology to understand the social information processing or social perception. So I think you will got the answer from, like, you are getting the answer. I'm going by point by point. This is what automatic processing and thinking, like voluntary processing or planned processing. So that is called control processing. And then other important point of social cognition are potential sources of errors. So sources of errors means, as we know, social information processing is not exceptional to errors. As we know, human beings are subjective, human beings are very interpretive, human beings are as a feelings, they are not like a machines. We can't take any expect 2 plus 2 is equal to 0, 2 plus 2 is equal to 4. So that means we have to there is a interpretations are there. Wherever the interpretation is there, wherever the subjectivity is there, we will commit the errors. So it may be decision making. There are number of errors, like for example fundamental attribution errors. You know that fundamental attribution errors which we done in our day-to-day life, we will try to give the meaning which is others, about others, which are based on our expectations, based on our likes and dislikes. So we don't go for to give the attributions of others meaning, other decision making, others personality, others attitude, all colored by our attributions. These are very fundamental. This fundamental in the sense, for example, suppose if we get failed in the exam, so the meaning we are giving is totally based on I was not prepared well and I was get healed on some kind of the internal related issues. When it comes to other person, if the other person is get failed, what we will give the reasons? Maybe he was not that much enough adequate person to qualify the exam, or he may not eligible to qualify the exams. Kind of personal remarks we will make, because we when we commit a mistakes, the way we thinking is different, and another person commit a kind of these things, the way we are looking is quite different. So understand this, we have to understand fundamental attribution error. And then come to the, like for example, self-serving bias. It's a very common stereotype for kind of thinking, like whenever we it's related to our own and our family members, or whatever the related to our self related, though we are whatever we more on positive bias, we more on to even though we fulfill self-fulfilling prophecy. Like always we say that we can do these things, we can do this kind of positivity, even though we are not able to eligible to that. So it is totally emotional oriented, and we are ready to do some kind of positive statement to fulfill our self satisfaction, and actor and observer effect. Again, when it's our own problem, we act like our own acting, like it's our own problem. When we are actor, it's related to our own, that's we become actor. And observer, when we are looking others person's behavior or other perspective, then we are acting as observer. So then both cases we are looking in the different manner, both cases we are looking the problems in different manner. So that is very important. And another important is just word hypothesis. So just word hypothesis, the word itself tells, it is like exact, we thinking that the word is exact, whatever the things are going the same, this word is exist in the very we don't think in different aspect. Just as the word exists is for full of enjoyment and all the kind of without any interpretations, without any effort, we want to looking into the surface manner. The entire word process, social information processing, is like just word, do and whatever the things are there, just is process on going on, and we are living here. So this is called just word hypothesis. So these are actually lead to so many errors in our day-to-day life. So we have to aware of these things, because it's very important to understand. These are the terms generally questions can rise from this concept actually. So please be aware of these things, content. In the upcoming classes we will go one by one, especially for heuristics, separate topics, like what are the types of heuristics, and what are the benefit of heuristics compared to algorithms, what are the algorithms, and what are the heuristics problem solving. Like we can discuss it later on problem solving techniques and all other informations. So okay, so these are the things I wanted to discuss that I this video. I hope that it will help you to sharpen your ideas. So please don't forget to share these videos to your friends, and give a like if you find these videos are very useful, and also tell your friends, and also subscribe yourself, so that you will get a lot of videos related to this UGC NET and other entrance examinations, as Threshold Psychological Services is dedicated to provide quality online counseling psychology classes, especially for academic is concerned. And once again I would like to inform you that we are also running online coaching classes which are all India level, and like you can take that classes like 6-month online coaching classes for UGC NET exam. If you take that classes, it will also helpful for your other entrance examination like MPhil, PhD, or other MA entrance examinations. So it is designed in such a manner that those who are beginners they don't have any idea about competitive examinations. So these are very well crafted materials. Also we will give you materials, and also question paper, previous year question paper also we will solve that things. So every doubts will be cleared, every doubts will be clear, and the classes will be more on interactive, and after the class also we will completion of the 6-month course, we are also with the students, we will keep engaging with the students to qualify examination. So if you have any you want to more details, we will inform you, like in the phone number you can in description box we mention you our phone number, you can call to number also, or you can also comment on that. If you want to comment our classes or any improvement, you can also suggest me through phone also, and in your comment, by giving comments you can give that things, and further we will give you more quality classes, I would like to request here to support me to take a very more quality contents on this channel. Thank you so much for watching my YouTube channel, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you.